Hello, welcome or welcome back. I'm Tally, and today we're going to go through the books that joined me in February. So I'm not sure where to start, really. I've quite a lot of romance, which is usually quite unlike me. So I'll just start with the romance. So firstly, I got these as a present from my friend Tony. The first and the second book in the Dream Harbour series. I've actually read Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I loved it, which is why I knew I wanted to continue on with the series. They are standalones with interconnected characters. I love these books because they have this shine to them, and they each feature like the location of the story, which is a shop in these two instances, and they have a little cat on the... Oh, love it. So I need to pick up book 3 and 4 so that I can have the full physical series. But as I said, I have read number 1, loved it. So I want to reread it, read this one. When I've got them all, I want to do like a reading vlog with them all. So yeah, they're just kind of small town romance with some smutty scenes. If you haven't read them, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe got really big on TikTok. So if you're into romance, or if you ever kind of browse TikTok and it goes onto a romance algorithm, you've probably heard of them. But look at the shine. Ooh. Next, I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I was in the works, and if you are from the UK, you know that the works tends to have really good deals on books. If you're not from the UK, these books are like 3 for £6. Work out the exchange rate. It's a great deal. And I've been curious about this series, so I thought I'm just going to grab the whole series. So I picked up I think it's called the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver, and my understanding is this, again, like the Dream Harbour series, is standalones with interconnected characters, and they all, much like Dream Harbour, and I think this is quite common for contemporary romance. It's just not a genre I've really dipped my toes into before, and they all kind of follow different tropes. So yeah, this is another set that I am possibly considering doing a reading vlog for. Let me know if you would be interested, as someone whose primary genres is not romance. It might be interesting to see my thoughts. Next, I have Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I am trying to collect all of her books so that I can read them all. I have a few on my shelves, but I've not actually read any of them yet because I've been waiting until I've got them all, because I want to kind of do like a deep dive and read them all. So this is Ali Hazelwood's most recent release. So this is about a couple who are both into swimming, and they kind of explore the beginnings of like a BDSM relationship, or I think they just kind of explore together various things surrounding around a sexual relationship. And it's supposed to be really well written in terms of like consent and discussion and trying new things with a partner and whether or not it works. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. I think it could be quite great. The last one that kind of falls under romance genre is The Truth According to Ember by Danica Nava. So this is, I'm not actually 100% sure on the storyline. I have seen people raving about it, and that's pretty much all I need to know. And I love the cover look. That is a very attractive couple. So we follow Ember, who is struggling to find a job role. So she changes her ethnicity on her CV from Native American to white, and then she suddenly has great success in finding a job role. Everything's going swimmingly until she meets the IT guy, and they really hit it off. There is a no dating policy at work, and then I think they're caught in a compromising position and then get blackmailed. So that just sounds great, and I already love the concept of, or the reflection on real life, I guess, of her having to whitewash herself to be able to get a job that she is already qualified for. So I think that this could be a really good read. I then got this as a gift. Yeah, Anathema by Kerry Lake. I haven't actually heard of this. I think it's self-published. This was a birthday gift. It's so shiny. Look, shiny, shiny. These are really hard to hold with the ring light. And as I said, I don't know much about it. It follows a small village or town, and the woods surrounding them is known to be quite dangerous, so people avoid it. And then I think our main character has to enter the woods for some reason. This is a chunky boy. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's always so much fun to dive into a thick indie published book, and yes. Okay, so another gift. Oh, actually, I'll put these two together. So these were from my friend Roxy. I think I possibly mentioned in my January haul that I wanted to do a collect the picture of Dorian Gray's, like different editions, because it's my all-time favorite book. And she got me this gorgeous little pocket one. She said she got it for me a while ago and then misplaced it, and then yeah, she found it just for my birthday, so it was perfect timing. But dude, look at that font. Like, who even are you? Luckily I have other editions to physically read, but I love this. Oh, I just love this book so much. And she got me one which I'm actually currently reading. It's been on pause for a while, actually. I should finish it. And that is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. This is the most recent Grady Hendrix. I'm at chapter 16 off the top of my head. I don't have a bookmark in this one because I was reading a library copy, and then I returned a library copy when I got this, and I haven't actually put my bookmark in it because I'm just chaos incarnate, apparently. Off the top of my head, I'm on chapter 16. I think I'm about halfway through, and I'm really enjoying this so far. I know people often have an issue with Grady Hendrix because he writes female protagonists, but I actually find that he writes them quite well and with a lot of care. I think this is really good so far. We've not got into any kind of gory stuff yet, and I've heard a lot of people say it gets quite gory. So this follows a group of girls in the 70s. I believe it's in the 70s. And they are in 1970, and they are girls that are pregnant, and they are sent by their families to this school. It's not really a school, what is it? It's just a house they're sent to. They remain there until they give birth, and their children are then given to a married family, and then they're sent back home with some sort of excuse as to why they were away, like a schooling program somewhere, or helping out an aunt or whatever. And they accidentally come across this witchcraft book, and it kind of accidentally fall into creating a coven with a witch who poses as the mobile librarian. Sounds like I've just thrown a lot of random concepts, but it does make sense in the book. Really loving this so far. So by the end of March, hopefully this will be a finished book. As part of that, the works still where I got the books for Chestnut Springs, they were free for £6, so there was only 5 books, and I picked up Gulliver's Travels as my additional book. This is something that has been, I have a few of those kind of like classic books that are like on the peripheral of I would like to pick up at some point, and this is one of them. I'm not a huge fan of the cover. Like, if I enjoy this, I will pick up one of like the more kind of classic editions, but this would be great to give it a try and see what I think, although the writing is kind of offensive with how tiny the font is, but we shall see. I don't actually know much about this. It's about a guy called Gulliver who goes traveling. I don't know anything about it. I'll let you know what it's about when I read it, I guess. I was given this, someone I work for said you might enjoy it. She knows I'm a reader. She also knows that I primarily read fantasy, and this isn't a fantasy book, but she did think I would enjoy it, so I said I'd give it a try. So she said this is like one of her all-time favorite books. So this is The Lincoln Highway by Amor Towles, the author of A Gentleman in Moscow. I've definitely heard of A Gentleman in Moscow. So this is set in the 50s, and we follow a 18-year-old Emmett who has returned home after carrying out a sentence for involuntary manslaughter. And then with his younger brother, they decided to go on a road trip to find his long lost mother. Interesting. I don't know, possibly like, well, a road trip story across America and what they possibly learn about themselves and their relationship along the way, I'm guessing. I'm intrigued, definitely. I don't often read like literary things anymore unless it's horror adjacent or feminine rage adjacent. So yeah, it's always exciting to be recommended something by someone who actually thinks like you should read this, rather than just, you know, watching a recommendations video, if you know what I mean. If you've read this, let me know in the comments. I discussed this in my wrap up. I picked up this book for my son slash, I guess, me. You Are a Wildlife Warrior, Saving Animals and the Planet, and it's by Bindi Irwin. Me and my son are big fans of watching videos from the Irwin Zoo, especially Robert Irwin's videos, because he always has a lot of him actually being with the animals. My son loves it. That's like his dream, absolute dream job, and he's desperate to visit that zoo. I don't actually know what the zoo's called. I just call it the Irwin Zoo. So I always say to him, if we go to Australia, we will 100% go visit it. He also found out there's like lodges there that you can stay in, and he is determined we're going to stay there. And I'm like, mate, we're not rich. We are not rich. But yeah, so this was a lovely little read. He read it to me. He's just turned 7. For if that helps anyone with like the age range of this, or if their kids would enjoy it. And it's like a rhyme, and then in the corners they have a few little did you know facts about different animals. He loved it. Next is the new series from Broken Binding, and so this is the first book, The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. I know nothing about this. When I heard the title, I was like, oh yeah, that's that romantasy series. It's not a romantasy series, so I don't know what book I was thinking of. Is there a romantasy series where one of the books has mirror in the title? I don't know, but look how gorgeous this is. I've really got to start reading my Broken Binding books because they're all so beautiful, and they're just sitting there and I'm scared to read them, but I do need to read them. I think I showed you like the font of the last series, the Green Tower series or whatever it's called, that I really didn't enjoy the font. I much prefer this font. Yeah, so this is the start of the new series that I have to read. This is getting ridiculous now. And then finally, this is a birthday gift from my kids. I sent them like a little selected list of books I would like, and they picked this one, and it is the Book of Bill, and this is the most recent companion book for the Gravity Falls TV series. I discovered Gravity Falls last year. I'm obsessed, and my kids watch it with me as well. Absolutely obsessed. And it only has 2 seasons, and to be honest, it only needs 2 seasons. Like, I'm not saying do another season, please. It's perfect how it is. But then I looked into it and I found out they had some companion novels, and this literally has just come out, so I was very excited about that. And yeah, so I've got this. So I've just got like 2 more books to collect, and then I have all the books that are out, so I can delve more into the series and just live my fangirl life. Yes. Oh my god, that was all of it. I did that really quick. Wow, check me out. I probably didn't tell you anything about any of the books, but bearing in mind I've only read like 3 of them, so I think I have faith that I can get through these. Definitely. Yeah, let's say let's say that at least 80% of these are going to be read by the end of the year. I think it's just such a good collection, such great birthday gifts. I didn't get as many books for my birthday. A lot of my family were like, no, books are boring. I have this argument with them all the time. I'm like, it's not boring for me. So because they got me some books for Christmas, they were like, no more books. And then they always bust out the truth of you don't have room for them, and I'm like, I know. But yeah, so have you read any of these books? Which of these should I pick up first? Let me know in the comments. If you want to let me know you're here but don't have anything to say, put a eye emoji for the Book of Bill. And let me know if you've read that Lincoln Highway, because I'm very curious about that one. If you want to see more videos by me, make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye, friends.